What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. And I was kind of brainstorming on what to do, and I came up with the idea of blocky versus round handles. So I have two rounded handles and two pretty blocky handled ballad songs. And to be fair, before, like the ballad songs I had started on, specifically my Nautilus from Armed Shark. This thing is pretty skinny, so it's not necessarily round, but it has very skinny handles. And I also have small hands, so I've been very used to kind of almost a smaller sized ballad song. So when I did get a blockier, kind of chunkier ballad song, like the BB Barfly Barracuda, it really just took me off guard. BB Barfly has some very chunky handles for all their ballad songs, besides the Superfly, I think. And some people really like it, some people really hate it. Some people don't really care. I was originally very reluctant to get one of these, but I was like, why not give it a try? And I cannot flip. I definitely do not regret it. This thing is great, but I think when I did get it, I definitely regret it. This was my first kind of like chunky ballad song, and it may have been that I was also sick when I got it, but I just did not enjoy flipping this at all. It felt very weird in my hands and just not enjoyable. And then I got the default yesterday. I already made a video on this. I think this thing is great. I have it lubed up. It sounds amazing. And I would say these are even chunkier than the Barracudas because of the no milling on the side of the handles. It's just straight up there. At least on the Barracuda, you have this milling here, so it feels a little bit more round and less chunky in your hands. But now that I kind of wasn't surprised and I knew what I was getting into, I really enjoy flipping this, even with the chunkier handles. And I like the fan. But even that, it doesn't bother me too much. Yeah. And then going on to rounded handles. Since I knew I was going to like rounded handles, so when I got these, I was super excited for them. I love them. They're very comfortable in the hand. It's very easy. The only issue, I think, with rounded handles is when you're doing, like, techie things. Like, I think I'm not good at it, but ladders, I think, can definitely be a pain. I'm not even going to try to do a ladder. Yeah, I'm not good at them. I can't do them at all. But doing like specific tech that requires your fingers to be in specific spots, I think that's where rounded ballad songs really struggle. But I think in every other category, these things are great. I really enjoy them. But obviously this is all personal preference. Kind of a big fanner. So I like having like comfy, good comfort while fanning. And chunky handles, they kind of just don't do that for me. I think a good median is also really nice. I think the LDY Orion does a fantastic job. So it is square, as you can see in the bottom, but they have these milling lines all down the ballad song that kind of make it like octagonal. I don't know if that's a word, but they kind of make it so it's like half square, half spherical. And because of that, just creates a very nice median. Everything's very nice about it. And I'm not sure about other ballad songs that have this. There are definitely a few others. some few grails that I don't know of. But this thing, I think the median is very nice, especially for someone who doesn't have too much of a preference. And obviously, if you have a preference, go with that. But if you want to expand your collection, I suggest getting, everything. Don't just get chunky handles. Don't just get rounded handles. Don't just get like the middle. I think if you really want to expand your collection, you need to get some different things. One thing that I kind of regret is having the Squiddy Owl. Actually, no, this is a good public flipper. I think one thing I regret is getting the Kraken and the Nautilus from Arm Shark. I don't really flip the Kraken anymore, honestly. Back then, I was sort of new to the hobby, so I didn't really know what my preference was. But after learning that when I got these, that I would like the Nautilus a lot more, I've now kind of drifted to things like the Nautilus, things with grip, and things that are sort of lightweight and skinnier handles. But even now, after knowing my preference, I want to have variety. And I'd say like the wing, this is pretty dense bow song, in my opinion. It's fully channel aluminum. And like this thing, I love it. May not be my perfect preference, but it's just very, very fun to flip. And I love it for other reasons. I think it looks amazing. Flips amazingly. Spherical handles also. Then we go completely other side. We go to the default, or the Barracuda. I love this thing also. And it's just completely opposite of my preference. And I still have a lot of fun flipping it. Kind of the main thing I'm trying to say here is like, if you don't want to just have one bow song, you want to have multiple, I'd say don't get multiple of kind of your same preference, because then you're kind of going to get bored. Like, I would say the Kraken, the Arm Shark Kraken, flips like a worse LDY Orion. And now that I have the Orion, I don't touch that anymore. Genuinely, I'm kind of sad that I don't, because it was $50. But I don't know, I just don't touch it. I don't enjoy flipping it, because I have something kind of better. Or no, I have something better that fits my same exact preference, and just kind of does better in every single category. That's my thing. Unless you like the look of the Kraken, Arm Shark Kraken at least, then yeah, go ahead. But if you're just looking for flippability, flipping experience, and you're collecting, don't go for the same thing. It's kind of my story with the Volp also. Besides that, this doesn't grow with you. Thing kind of falls into this category. And now I don't even flip my Orion anymore. I've found my preference. Or no, I take that back. I flip my Orion all the time. But now that I've found my preference, if I'm not really like feeling something, I can go back to this preference and have a great time. And then when I want to change it up a little bit, boom, I got like the Orion, I have the Barracuda, I have the Nautilus, I have the default. You have so many different options that are so different. Even the Barracuda and the default, like this has a lot of milling, so it kind of feels a little bit more circular. This has basically no milling, and it has G10 and feels a little bit more full than the Barracuda. Then we go like the Nautilus and the Orion. This thing has G10, grippy, very light. Very light. And then the Orion, milling, also pretty grippy, but it's just fully aluminum. It's I would say kind of smaller. And just like having, kind of my moral is, if you have, or if you want to expand your collection, don't get the same thing over and over again. Don't get like, I don't know. Don't get, shoot, I can't think. I don't know, but you understand. Don't get the same thing. If you want to expand your collection, unless you're like a diehard, like, yes, I love this, I'm never going to not love it, then yeah, go ahead. But if you want to expand your collection a little bit more, get a wide range, get some variety in there, get some different colors. I see people with like fully black and gray and silver collections, and I'm like, that's cool and all, but like, if you like that, that's fine, but you know, put some color in there. Oops. I have a lot of color. I have black, I have silver, I have matte, I have a pink and magenta and white palette coming, but like, just color, you know, variety. That's kind of my take. Take it with a grain of salt as always. And I will see y'all later.